Hey everyone, it's Wednesday, September 16th. I'm Tom Hansen, and Channel 1 News starts right now. Let's start off with headlines, and first up, a massive and deadly flood ripped through a small town on the Arizona-Utah border.
At least 12 people were killed. One is still missing. Workers are using heavy equipment to clear mud, trees, and debris from the scene as they look for survivors. The hood of this car is barely visible in the devastation. Eyewitness video from Monday night shows not only the power of the flash floods, but also the desperate race to get people to safety. Here, crews, one by one, pull women and children out of a packed car being swept away by raging waters. Just in time, everyone got out. The full force of the water came from a mountain and into the canyons in the town of Hilldale. The town is prone to flooding, but it's never seen anything like this. Volunteers, including women in long dresses, helped rescue teams into the night. Many in the community belong to a sect of the Mormon Church.
Next up, more than 3 dozen fraternity members are facing criminal charges in connection with the death of a freshman who was killed during a brutal hazing ritual.
There's a reason why hazing is not permitted in fraternities, because of events like this.
37 fraternity members will stand trial for their roles in the 2013 death of Baruch College freshman Chun Michael Dang. It happened at the Pi Delta Psi fraternity event in the Pocono Mountains in Pennsylvania.
Fraternity members would take turns tackling him.
Police say fraternity members tried to cover up the brutal beating as the 19-year-old lay dying. 5 members are being charged with the most serious crime of murder. The fraternity has been banned from the college, and the Pi Delta Psi organization is also being charged and could be forced to pay a fine.
Last up, major changes are being called for in Ferguson, Missouri. The city was rocked by riots in 2014 after the shooting death of an unarmed teenager. After the calm returned, officials put together a task force to find the root causes of violence and unrest.
The task force, set up by Governor Jay Nixon, was created to address the underlying causes of the violent clashes following the police shooting of unarmed teen Michael Brown. As expected, the report calls for plenty of police reforms, including for standard protocols for dealing with mass demonstrations and a non-militarized response to them, more anti-bias and sensitivity training for cops, and a database to track police use of force cases. But the report also calls for societal and economic changes.
That 1 in 5 children in our region live in poverty. We must be accountable for that.
The panel wants to increase the minimum wage, provide equal access to education opportunities, expand healthcare services, and even end hunger for inner-city kids.
It's clear that here we have embraced this challenge that has vexed not just St. Louis, but our country, and we're going to try to lead.
But critics say all those changes will cost a lot of money, and so far, no one knows where that money will come from. All right, coming up, we're on the front lines with female Marines. All right, a new study is taking a look at the battle of the sexes on the battlefield, and Ariella is here to break it down.
Well, it's all about who performs better, and the answer is creating some controversy. It was as close to war as you could get.
Fire in the hole!
A new scientific study involving men and women enlisted Marines, side by side for months of simulated battle. Researchers watched and recorded their performance to discover what impact women would have on combat. But even then, the women realized they were at a disadvantage.
It's not that we can't carry the weight, we can carry the weight, but it's the pace, especially when we're matched up with the males. You're looking at our size and we have males that are almost 6 foot with longer strides, and it's hard to catch up with them and keep up with them.
That is what the results show. That in almost every area, the all-male units performed significantly better than those with both men and women Marines. The men were faster in each tactical movement, had better accuracy, and were quicker. They registered more hits on target and had a noticeable difference in their performance of overcoming obstacles and evacuating casualties. The Marines started this study after then Defense Secretary Leon Panetta in 2013 ordered the military to open all combat jobs to women.
We must open up service opportunities for women as fully as possible.
Most branches are ready to do that, and just last month, 2 women passed the Army's toughest test with the Rangers.
We can handle things physically and mentally on the same level as men, and that we can deal with the same stresses and training that the men can.
The new Ranger grads said the standard should not be lowered, and women Marines agreed as well, saying few would want these jobs, but if there is just one who can do it, she should get the chance.
It takes a special person, a special drive, a special mindset, a special heart to do this. There's not many of us. And it goes the same way for the men.
Some critics say the study is flawed and that years of research on females in the military outweigh the study's results.
All right, now we want to hear what you think. Should military women be on the front lines with men? Head on over to channel1.com to weigh in. All right, after the break, we hit the catwalk for New York Fashion Week. Fashion Week is here once again, when designers come to the Big Apple from all over the world to set the latest trends in style and looks. Here's Asia Celestino.
New York Fashion Week is known for drawing glamorous models in stylish clothes. And now it seems like the entire industry is excited to showcase different kinds of beauty.
The people who modeled, from the set design, the colors, everything, for me it was Candyland. Or Disney World.
It was a world that 28-year-old Jillian Mercado always wanted to be a part of, even if she didn't fit the mold.
I kind of took it on as a challenge to make sure that, I represented all those girls that, didn't see themselves in the industry.
Jillian has muscular dystrophy, a genetic disease that weakens the muscles. At 19, she enrolled at the Fashion Institute of Technology to study merchandising management.
I just wanted to know everything there was to know.
After years of working behind the lens, Jillian wondered what it would be like to be in front of it. She applied to an open casting call for Diesel Jeans. Then she submitted her photo and wrote that her goal was to change the world of modeling.
They emailed me and they told me, you're one of how many people signed up to be in the campaign. And I quickly thought it was spam mail.
That email led to a worldwide ad campaign. It also captured the attention of Ivan Bart, the president of IMG Models.
I was just struck by how beautiful her face was and how gorgeous, and how striking and how she was beauty with an edge.
Bart has scouted and signed some of the biggest names in fashion, like Miranda Kerr and Karlie Kloss. This summer, he signed Jillian to a deal.
The minute she opens her mouth, everybody in the room just becomes really comfortable because she's a star, because that's what a star is. It's somebody who has a great personality and who can really work a room.
In recent months, the fashion industry's beauty standards have become more inclusive. A transgender woman, a model with a bionic leg, and this 83-year-old woman have all been attached to campaigns. This year, Madeline Stewart, an 18-year-old model with Down syndrome, walked the runway in New York Fashion Week.
The world is looking for choices, and everybody's looking for brands to reflect exactly who they are.
In addition to modeling, Jillian has a part-time job as a creative consultant for a design company, and she wants to be treated just like any other model in the industry.
I'm just a model like every other model. I kind of make fun of it and say that I'm a model in wheels, and that's it.
Asia Celestino, Channel 1 News.
Now, if you're interested in being a model or pursuing other careers in fashion, we've got the top 5 fashion careers over at channel1.com. All right, guys, we're out for now. We'll see you tomorrow.